to be. Use Visa checkout to buy a Papa John's pizza and you can get your next one-topping pizza free.
Papa John's scouting report on this season's best new prospect? Thick, cheesy, and golden brown. Papa John's new pan pizza. Try a 3-topping for $10 and a 2-liter Pepsi for $2.
Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
FBI!
I need you to watch the kids tonight.
No, I'm a bad choice for that job.
I'll act like an aunt for one day. Don't ruin them.
Okay.
What's up, Chippy?
Next time he gives you crap, yank his pants down and point at his tiny... What happened to you?
It was humongous. A monkey hit and beat me with it.
I give terrible advice. Everybody knows that.
She's a danger to these children.
The kids are fine.
The Mick special premiere, January 1st on Fox.
MLS Cup, Saturday at 7:30 on Fox.
Well, the Redskins have Ty and Secchi, their left tackle, who was injured, back in the game now. Washington 1st and 10 on their 25, now trailing 17-13. Handoff is to Kelly. And he gets about 3.5 yards as we send it down to Christina Pink.
Hey, Dick, another update on the offensive line. As you mentioned, Secchi is back, but Spencer Long has officially been ruled out. He does have a concussion. Took a minute to get the update from the Redskins, but they say he will not return, has been diagnosed with a concussion. All
right, thank you, Christina. Corey Lichtensteiger, who started the year at center for the team, was injured early, so they've done well with reserves. 2nd down and 7 on the 28. Chris Thompson now in the backfield with Cousins. A good hit, but a good catch by Crowder. Branch with a solid hit on Crowder.
And Tyvon Branch, remember, just was activated this week, came off IR, and it's going to take him some time to get his timing down. He had his timing down right there. Just a quick note. The Redskins have John Sullivan, who was a long-time starter with the Vikings, so he can play. I mean, he's not going to be scared coming in here. No. He knows what he's doing.
He's no neophyte. That was a 2-yard pickup, and that was the first catch by Crowder today. 3rd down and 5. And the pass is caught by Pierre Garçon. He got by the defense and will get down to the 42-yard line of the Cardinals, picking up 28 yards and a 1st down.
So Marcus Cooper goes right to the official with the palms in the air. So let's see if Garçon gets away with a little something. First of all, it's a nice release up here at the top of your screen. Cooper gets his hands off. And what I tell you about looking back at the quarterback in man-to-man coverage, you are destined to be beat if you look back at the quarterback against a crafty veteran like Garçon. Poor technique by Cooper.
6 catches for 75 yards for Garçon. 1st down in Cardinal territory. And this pass unable to make the play is the tight end Vernon Davis. Well defended by Tony Jefferson. And an injured player down. But first, we're going to have the game break. Kurt Menefee in L.A.
Well, the New York Giants' 6-game win streak appears to be in jeopardy right now at Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger to Ladarius Green. Green 6 catches, 110 yards, and we're still in the 3rd quarter. Steelers up by 2 touchdowns. Christina.
All right, Kurt. Tony Jefferson is shaken up. And Branch just came back off of IR, one of the safeties, and we know that Tyrann Mathieu not playing today.
Yeah, DJ Swearinger come in and take Tony's spot. Tony's had a great year for this defense. And I go through my charts every week. I get them on Tuesday and I start making notes. And rarely do I make this on a guy. But the first thing I wrote on Tony Jefferson, tough. And that's like, you get A+ all the time. That'd be like you when you used to get an A+ all the time.
We talked to him the other day. He said, after minicamp, I thought I was fat.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Not PHAT.
No, FAT.
Yeah, FAT. So he changed his whole regimen. John Betcher's the defensive coordinator.
You fat?
Yeah, he's a good player. He's really good. That time, Vernon Davis could have helped Kirk Cousins. He stood in one spot and did not work back to the football, which allowed Jeffers to come knock it away.
2nd down and 10. Redskins on the Cardinal 42. 2:05 remaining in the 3rd. And here's Thompson. Good run by Thompson, and he gets a 1st down. What vision Chris Thompson had on that play, and he has a first down to the 26-yard line, getting 16 on that one.
Great patience by Kirk Cousins and recognizing the blitz, and made sure everybody else was able to identify Tyvon Branch coming off the edge, so you hit him with a quick little inside run, which was the perfect play against the blitz from the safety off the corner. Recognition.
First down on the 26. Kelly back in at running back. They fake. He blocks. Here's the pass into the end zone and overthrowing Pierre Garçon, covered by the cornerback Marcus Cooper.
Marcus Cooper did a better job right there of looking back to the football at the proper time and kind of ran in and bumped. Watch, you'll see him working one-on-one here. Now he's going to knock Garçon off his track because this ball was on its way to being caught. And he got a little way with a little grab to the right shoulder, which knocked Garçon off balance, and he couldn't get to the football.
They're not in the red zone, but you've been talking about running the ball around this area. Second down and 10. 4 wide receivers for Kirk Cousins. Being chased and completes the pass, not getting the first down. Jamison Crowder knocked out of bounds, shy of the first down by a couple.
He missed Vernon Davis running wide open across the field because of the pressure. The Redskins did a good enough job of hanging in there, allowing Kirk Cousins to roll to his right and make the catch.
He didn't make this catch, though.
Yeah, watch it.
He's incomplete.
Wide open, running right across the field. This is a rare miss by Kirk Underwood. See that? He puts that ball right there. He's off and running. Just a little bit late, at least to the first down.
Didn't have both feet inbounds, so we go back to third down and 10. Redskins in field goal range, want to do better. The Cardinals want to halt that, and there's a pass for the touchdown to Crowder. Jamison Crowder, quiet through most of this game, finally gets into the action in a 26-yard touchdown pass from Kirk Cousins to Crowder, and the seesaw affair continues here in Arizona.
Hey, Chris Thompson, you're a football player. At 5'8", 195, stepping in there with the big boys. Watch the blitz pick up right here. Just getting enough in the way to allow Kirk Cousins and Jamison Crowder on a switch route, run the seam, put the pressure on the safety, and beats Tony Jefferson. What a throw. Great job of the whole offensive line, picking the blitz up. Sullivan does his job. You give Kirk Cousins that much time, he'll make you pay all day.
And Hopkins adding the extra point, and with 1:06 remaining in the third quarter, the Redskins regain the lead 20-17. Back and forth they go. Two teams fighting. Playoff implications alive. The Redskins want to hold on to or improve their status. They don't have to worry about what anyone else does the rest of the way. Take care of business, they're okay. For the Cardinals, a different story.
Yeah, Jamison Crowder and Chris Thompson, good role players. Chris Thompson, excellent third down back. Jamison Crowder is the best slot receiver that nobody's heard of. I think he is tremendous, and he's having a great year. And anytime you can get him in one-on-one situations, he is a difficult matchup and a difficult cover because he runs great routes, and he has what we like to call a lot of shake. And if you give him time to work in space without disrupting his timing off the line of scrimmage, he will get open.
That was the 7th touchdown catch to lead the Redskins, and last year set the rookie record for most catches for the Redskins. So he's not a Johnny-come-lately by any means.
No, and actually, you know, he's been a more of a focal point in this offense with Jordan Reed having that shoulder injury. They felt that Jamison Crowder was going to play big in this game, and it's just a matter of time before Kirk Cousins goes to him because there's tremendous trust between number 80 and number 8.
Britton Golden is back there along. With Peterson, and it goes out of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take it out on the 25-yard line. Now we have a seesaw back and forth affair. What determines, the turnover, Cardinals took advantage of. That's the only one we've had.
Okay, so this is my first year doing NFL, and you know how much I love it. You know, every game I watch comes to this. It's matchups. Find a matchup, exploit the matchup. The other thing is, in the fourth quarter, somebody's going to have a chance to make a play at a key point of the game. And Bruce Arians talked about this, and John Betcher, the defensive coordinator, talked about this. The Cardinals made all those plays last year. They hadn't so far this year. Will they today? Stay tuned.
Win the one-on-one matchups in the crucial downs. That's what it really comes down to. First down from the 25. Palmer gets hit as he tries to get it to Floyd. Well, this weekend we pay tribute to the events at Pearl Harbor 75 years ago and honor those who selflessly service our country. Fox Sports is proud to support merging vets and players in its mission of ensuring our nation's warriors can be as productive off the field as they were on it by joining combat veterans with elite athletes to form a common bond over dedication and teamwork. Visit foxsportssupports.com to learn more. And what greater example do we have than Pat Tillman?
Probably one of the most selfless human beings that ever walked the face of the earth.
Second down and 10. Gresham, the tight end, gets to the 31. Pickup of 6. Compton was there.
All right, here we go. Third and short. You have one of the best cover corners in the game, Josh Norman. Will you play man and challenge one-on-one? Because we know that John Brown's not healthy. Can you handle Fitzgerald one-on-one in space? Can you handle David Johnson if they line him up in wide receiver in space? Let's see what the Redskins do.
They got Fitzgerald and Floyd in a tight formation, split to the right. Josh Norman right there watching Fitzgerald on third down and 3. Palmer goes to Fitzgerald, and he may not have the first down. Let's see where they spot the ball. It was Compton and Dante Whitner who was there on the play.
He got the first down because he's so smart. You're going to watch as he's going down. He's going to shove the ball out right at the yard line.
It is a first down. You were right. He is smart. It is a first down, and it is the end of the third quarter with the score. 20-17. Crowder's TD catch puts them in front. America's Game of the Week will return after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
Hey, Mickey, listen, I need you to watch the kids. We had to flee the country.
The Mick special premiere, January 1st.
Can I have some more ice cream?
Ben gets the snap. He's back. He pumps. He scrambles around, throws it back corner of the end zone. Santonio with a touchdown. Santonio Holmes. I don't know how he did it.
Wow, I don't even know how Big Ben got the ball to Santonio Holmes. Roethlisberger looked to the right, to the left, back to the right, and then threw it into the very corner of the end zone.
35 seconds left.
A pulse-pounding finish to Super Bowl 42. Direct snap to Manning. Back to throw. The rush. Going to be hit. Going to be sacked. No, he got out of it. Now he fires downfield, and it is caught.
And what a catch by Tyree with 58 seconds to go.
How did he get away from that? I have no idea.
What a play by the quarterback.
How in the world did he do that?
Line up tight so Fitzgerald can get a free release, and watch the savvy decision by Fitzgerald once he catches it. Freeze! Look at that ball. Right at the first down marker, and great understanding of where he is on the field and just getting that ball across the first down marker to keep the chance moving.
Here's Fitzgerald, and he is hit and tackled immediately by Iheanacho. Boy, you scared me with that freeze.
Well, I mean,
there it is, third all-time, written on the football. Larry Fitzgerald, boy, he just climbs the ladder, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's the little things like that. I mean, that wins, because we just talked about how close every NFL game is. The Cardinals aren't good enough right now to blow teams out in the fourth quarter. They're going to be in four-quarter games. And so when you have the wherewithal to sneak that ball with the first down yard marker, it's smart. It's winning football.
Only behind Rice and Tony Gonzalez is Larry Fitzgerald. 2nd down and 8. Carson Palmer tried to get a pass out. They had 2 linemen in front. Did not have a receiver, and Trent Murphy with the pressure.
They had a screen set up.
Did not see a receiver go out, though.
Yeah, Gresham was out there.
Holding, number 84.
That's Gresham, the tight end.
And that was a screen to Gresham. So that could have been a mental error on Gresham's part, or he's trying to slow down a rush before he released for the screen. One of the two happened.
Holding, number 84. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Bruce Arians wants an explanation. Doesn't see it.
So that was either a screen to Gresham or a screen to David Johnson. Regardless, it was a mental bust on either 31 or 84. How's it a screen? Because you have offensive linemen reaching downfield. Gresham didn't go out, or David Johnson didn't go out. So that's a mental error on the Cardinals. Right there. Something that they've been battling all year.
So it'll be 2nd down and 17. On the 28. David Johnson splits left as a receiver. Palmer immediately gets rid of it, and the pass, good catch by the tight end Darren Fells. Still got a lot more to go to the Cardinals. They're up to the 36-yard line. They have to get to the 45. 3rd down and 8. Seesaw game. Cardinals led 10-6. Redskins 13-10. Cardinals 17-13. And the Redskins now with a 20-17 advantage early here in the 4th. Norman still shadows Fitzgerald. 3rd down and 6, and Gresham with the catch and gets the first down. Good physical play by Gresham. Josh Norman missed the tackle initially, and the tight end, who was holding on one play, gets the first down on another.
Well, they talk about accountability. Right there, Gresham took it upon his shoulders by will, determination, and toughness to get this first down. You see Norman and Breland jawing at each other right here. First of all, you're going to get these two guys releasing upfield to get some depth to clear out for Gresham, and do it yourself by lowering the shoulder. And just the size wins right there. Norman did a good job of trying to wrap up, head on the wrong side.
Johnson at the top, and they go underneath, and Gresham will get another first down. They'll mark it at the 44-yard line of the Redskins, an 11-yard pickup. Working on a quick pace right now. Arizona with the win would be 1 game behind the Redskins, who have the last wild card spot right now, but there are a bunch of teams who are still ahead of the Cardinals. If the Cardinals win, they'll leap over the Eagles and the Saints, who lost today. First down on the 43. And the handoff to Johnson. Look at the stutter step by Johnson. And he gets to about the 30-yard line before Will Blackman makes the tackle and a gain of 13.
Remember our key? Anytime Larry Fitzgerald motions in tight, it's a run all day long. Then again, you see David Johnson in his growth. You're going to see Fitzgerald come into your screen right now. And as soon as he comes in, all these guys should be playing run, and they do. And a great job by Ulrich, flipping his hips, cutting off Will Compton, creating that open space in David Johnson. Beautiful burst through the hole.
He looked like a slalom skier.
Yes.
Getting that first down. 9th play of the drive. And the pass out to Fitzgerald. Bangs off of a defender, Blackman, and winds up on the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5. So Fitzgerald, who is the 3rd all-time receiver, and Josh Norman adjusting his shoes.
Now this is a shot now Will Blackman took, because Larry Fitzgerald was running angry. I mean, he's running really angry. and Blackman comes up and gives him a great shot. Guess what? Football's physical and it's violent.
And Fitzgerald has 9 receptions today.
Wow, you're really festive? Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now. Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is the reason to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
She's the reason the good times are great. And the reason the tough times are easier. Because she's your best friend. And your true love. Presenting the Ever Us 2-Stone Diamond Collection. New rings, necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. 1 diamond for your best friend, 1 diamond for your true love. For the one woman who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jerry, and Zales.
Viagra single packs. So guys with ED can take Viagra when they need it.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
Today's game is sponsored by Hyundai, an official sponsor of the NFL.
It's uncommon as a human being instinctively to run into something as hard as you can. You hear the pop of the pass. Blackman came up, gave a physical shot to Larry Fitzgerald. You see the respect that guys have for each other.
2nd down and 5 and a first down and maybe a touchdown, and it is David Johnson. They ran off 10 plays, 9 of them were passes, only 1 run. 25-yard pass to David Johnson, and the Cardinals score with still plenty of time remaining here in the 4th quarter. What a game between these 2 playoff-hungry teams.
What a player. I mean, I don't know if he's been talked about it, but we need to start talking about David Johnson as becoming an MVP in this league because they create ways to get him the football. Ulrich, number 75, does a great job of getting downfield for a big offensive lineman to block. J.J. Nelson gets in the way, and David Johnson showing the burst to get to the promised land for 6.
And the extra point by Catanzaro is good, and the seesaw game goes with Johnson with a 25-yard, mostly run after the catch, and the Cardinals now in front.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays.
'Cause no matter how far away you roam, for the holidays you home sweet
Nothing will stand in the way of the Empire.
I was trained to fight, not to stand down.
Rogue One, rated PG-13.
Have fun with your replaced windows. Away! Leave him! Leave him! Brick and mortar, what?
When you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive, you get more than a big discount.
What'd you get for bundling home and auto?
You get sneaky good coverage.
Thanks. We're gonna live forever!
That's the hottest seat in sports media.
I love it.
This is undisputed.
Cardinals in front. Fourth lead changed this half. And David Johnson with a 25-yard touchdown catch. He has 156 yards from scrimmage today. And we have 11:09 remaining in the fourth.
Yeah, I got to see his name up there with all the quarterbacks for MVP because he is a threat. And he puts fear in defensive coordinators' minds. I'm telling you, everyone I've talked to, David Johnson sets apart. And here's why. First of all, when you have a guy that has this kind of receiving skills and the burst to get there, and plus the ability of Ulrich John, an offensive tackle, getting downfield, getting the key blocks, these guys are playing desperate. This is their playoff game, and they're playing like it. Now, for their defense, this is where they have to win games. This is supposed to be the strength of this team. John Betcher was talking about it, the defensive coordinator. Who's going to make a play when a play needs to be made? Stay tuned.
Number one in the league. Show it, right?
Yeah, time to go.
Here's Robert Kelly and a burst. And Kelly close to a first down. We'll start next Sunday with Fox NFL Kickoff and America's #1 pregame show. Then it's an NFC East showdown as Kirk Cousins will lead the Redskins into Philadelphia. And in America's Game of the Week, Russell Wilson and Seattle go to Green Bay to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers or other regional action. Coverage begins next Sunday at 11 Eastern on Fox.
Might be time to take a little look-see at Deshaun Jackson. Deep. Let him run deep, throw it up there, and see if he can go get it.
Vernon Davis in motion. Play action. Cousins trying to buy time and does the right thing. Throws it away.
He did run deep, but the pressure forced Cousins to get out of the pocket because he had Deshaun Jackson running across the field as DJ Swearinger is down.
Frosty Rucker was chasing Cousins, and Swearinger is down. And again, got to talk about the problems. Tony Jefferson was hurt earlier. Branch was just activated from IR this week, and Tyrann Mathieu inactive today. There is Branch. So they're thin in the secondary for sure.
Whoa, what are you looking at? Crazy. It's a virtual reality world. We'll be able to see the whole park? Yeah, it's 360. And look, it goes all the way around. Let's go.
I was swimming in the Caribbean. Animals were hiding behind the rock.
Oh, that mom's calling. Hey, Mom.
Where are you guys?
We'll be back soon. Love you. Bye, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
Hey, guys! Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. That was awesome.
Steakhouses and parsley have gone together forever. But from the looks of Taco Bell's new steakhouse burrito and steakhouse nachos, drenched in zesty, indulgent queso, parsley's no longer wanted. If you could only hear its pain. But you can't, because parsley can't talk. Just like I can't play piano.
Everything you love about the steakhouse, nothing you don't. The new steakhouse burrito and steakhouse nachos, only at Taco Bell.
Do you know how many December and January road games I've played in to earn this gear? But Jack's mother here got it for him from NFLshop.com.
It'll keep him warm.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear this holiday. NFLshop.com.
Today's game is sponsored by Taco Bell's new Steakhouse Burrito and Steakhouse Nachos.
Back in Arizona, Dick Stockton along with Chris Spielman and Christina Pink. DJ Swearinger on the sideline now. Branch replaced him. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 35 for Kirk Cousins and the Redskins. Steps up, gets hit as he throws, and completes the pass to Crowder Crowder, who has a touchdown pass here in the second half, brings it out to the 49, a gain of 14.
Recognition by Crowder of understanding what the zone defense and sitting it down. Receivers recognize man and zone. If it's zone, you sit it down. If it's man coverage, you continue your route. That's good eye communication and understanding between a quarterback and receiver executing at the highest level.
Biggest lead in this game, the opening touchdown on the first drive by the Cardinals, 7-0. That was the biggest lead we've had. 1st and 10. Under 10 minutes to go, and the pitch to Robert Kelly. He didn't really have control, never really got underway, and Dayon Buchanan made sure he wasn't going to escape, and a loss of 3.
So when Dayon's running around making plays, this is what he does best. Number 20 is going to read right here the pitch, and you're asking Laval, coming from the backside guard, number 77, to block Dayon Buchanan, 2 people removed, and you cannot do that. That's not putting Laval in a position to win and do his job by alignment alone.
2nd and 13. Kelly on the sideline. Thompson is in at running back or receiving back. He can do both. Pass up the middle, and it's caught by Vernon Davis. Tight end shakes a tackle, and Buchanan will knock him out of bounds. Short of a first down, but not by much. They're about 2 yards shy.
Well, this is where you got to win your one-on-one matchups. This is where you win ball games. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Crucial time, crucial down. Who are the athletes? Are you going to pass protect? Are you going to win your battle off the line of scrimmage? That's what we find out, because you have to play man in this situation.
Is this the one-on-one matchup you have to win in a crucial spot?
Oh, that's what we just talked about. You got it, buddy. Watch Crowder, number 80.
3rd down and 2. Cousins, quick throw, 1st down. 1st down to Vernon Davis. He's caught 2 in a row, and he sheds the defender. Time for a game break. Here's Kurt Menefee in L.A.
Well, much like your game, Tampa and San Diego keep going back and forth. Jameis Winston to the tight end Cameron Brate, 12-yard score. And Tampa Bay, after the 2-point conversion, now has a touchdown lead midway through the 4th quarter. Dick, Chris, and Christina.
Isn't this playoff thing great? Tampa Bay trying to tie Atlanta for first. Both these teams trying to get into the wild card. Washington already there, trying to just take care of business on the road. And a 1st and 10 at the 36. Robert Kelly with the handoff, and Kelly gets 3.5 yards when it looked like the Cardinals had him down for only 1. Frosty Rucker was there.
Robert Kelly's been a boost to this Redskin running game. You never know what you find in the draft. The rookie out of Tulane has added a spark and power. Good player.
He had 3 consecutive games of 87, 97, and 137 yards. So he's produced. Now 2nd and 7. Under 7 minutes to go in the 4th. Rolling out, getting pressure, and the pass is caught in traffic by Maurice Harris at the 35. So they're going to need about 9 or 10 yards to get the first down here.
It's a discipline by the Cardinals. After a run, the Redskins come back with a bootleg, which is a big part of their offense. But the discipline of the Cardinals was outstanding.
6 of 10 on 3rd downs is Jay Gruden's Redskins. They need 9 here. Cousins pass, incomplete, trying to get it to Crowder.
Good job of the pressure, Dick, forcing Kirk Cousins to throw off of his back foot. By throwing off the back foot, you don't get the drive that you like, and the ball ends up short. You're going to have Buchanan coming, number 20, Golden, number 44 coming. And the pressure in Calais Campbell. And you see how Kirk could not step up into the pocket. He's throwing a fadeaway and didn't have enough juice on it.
So Hopkins comes in to try a field goal. He's 2 for 2 so far today. This will be a 53-yarder. It would be the longest of the season for Dustin Hopkins. And Hopkins' kick is good. And 6:01 remain in the 4th quarter. And it's a 1-point game. Cardinals leading by 1. We'll be back.
Okay, anyone like coming in first place in everything that matters? Introducing the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty, the only high-strength, military-grade, aluminum alloy body, heavy-duty pickup. It takes first place in every measure of tough. Best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, best-in-class horsepower, and best-in-class torque. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
All right, we're going to take you for the tour. First floor, bun. Second floor, 2 patties. Third floor, penthouse, 6 strips of bacon, sesame seed roof. Sunset.
Try the new Bacon King with a half pound of beef and 6 strips of crispy bacon. It's truly the Bacon King. Only at Burger King.
So my daughter tells me you don't eat meat.
Nope.
Vizio 60-inch 4K Ultra HD TV with Google Cast, $678. Save money, live better. Walmart.
The original light beer, back in its original bottle, for a limited time. The same great tasting 96-calorie Miller Lite, just a little dressed up for the holidays.
So, how's retirement? Staying pretty busy, actually. Busy? Busy's good.
Honey, look.
Number 18 in the house.
He comes in here every day. Gets the same thing every time.
You know I can hear you, right? You know I can hear you, right?
There it is.
I'll be here all week. For your many retirement needs, Nationwide is on your side.
An all-new Fox Sunday. He's coming up next.
Kirk Cousins 18 for 30, 244 yardage and 1 touchdown, but he lost a fumble, and that turnover, the lone one in the game, resulted in a Cardinal touchdown. There is Britton Golden, who is the deep man for the Cardinals. 6:01 remaining, and the lead is 1, and Arizona will take it out at the 25. Tomorrow on Undisputed, Skip and Shannon debate the college football playoff and the weekend's NFL action. It's America's fastest growing sports show, Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, weekdays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on FS1.
So if you're the Cardinals, you want to play with the lead. They haven't played with the lead. If you want to be a playoff team, you got 6 and change going in this fourth quarter. Control the clock. Force Washington to do something. Put the pressure on them. And if you're the Redskins, you want to be a playoff team, get off the field on a 3-and-out.
Cardinals have lost 2 in a row, 3 of their last 4. They have never lost 3 straight since Bruce Arians has been head coach. Trying to avoid it this afternoon. First down, and the pitch going to David Johnson. And Johnson picking up a couple of yards. Good play by Duke Iannaccio, the safety. 2-yard pickup for Johnson.
Now, outstanding, too, by Sua Cravens, forcing that ball to go inside, coming and taking DJ Humphrey's legs out, forcing David Johnson to cut it back to the pursuing Redskins from the backside.
Cravens exits the game. It'll be 2nd and 8. Great to have one of those hybrid defenders, and he's been used, as you said, more as a pass rusher than as a coverage man.
He's done decent in coverage today. He's been outstanding.
2nd down and 8. Fitzgerald in motion, play action. Palmer gets it off to Fitzgerald. Not easy to bring down as he gets it out to the 32-yard line. He'll have short yardage to go. Good pressure put on by Ryan Kerrigan, who has a sack earlier today. Cardinals got 5 on that one.
So Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator, has to play the percentages. So we know who he likes, right? We like Fitzgerald. We like Johnson. Now, a guy that Carson Palmer has gone to, last crucial 3rd down they had was Michael Floyd. But if I'm Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator, I have coverage to make sure I got 11 and 31 taken care of, match up Floyd with somebody and hope I win that battle.
And there's a whistle and a timeout called by the Cardinals. That's their first timeout.
30-second timeout.
Cardinals call the timeout. So trying to avoid the first 3-game losing streak in Bruce Arians' career here. What about Gresham? He started to come off the field, they send him back on.
Well, because he's been playing well. And he's ever since he had that holding penalty, he got all mad and started catching everything and running people over. Now, the matchup before the timeout, which I like what Joe Barry did, I'm going to take the best corner guy, one of the best corners, Josh Norman. I'm putting him over Fitzgerald because Fitzgerald is the money guy on the money down. I have to make sure that he's locked out. Now, by doing that, I got to be aware of David Johnson. And that's what makes this Cardinal offense so hard to defend because they have so many weapons.
Now, when they lined up before the timeout, Breland was shadowing Fitzgerald.
Now, that was Norman, and he's not lined up again on where he should be.
Ellison going in motion. Good catch made by Johnson. Johnson fighting for the first down, close. Maybe less than a yard shy. And it was Compton and Josh Norman both involved in the play. It'll be 4th down if they don't make it.
Nice job by Will Compton, but I'll tell you, I love Josh Norman because he's going to give you everything he has. Will Compton's going to come out of his A-gap blitz and spy, get a jam on Gresham, and come up and get enough of David Johnson to allow Josh Norman to sacrifice his body to come up. Now, alert hard count, obviously. You have to alert the hard count.
They're on their own 34. 4th down and less than 1. And they're going to go, and they're going to run it, and they're going to get it. And it's Johnson. 4th down and 1 on their own 34-yard line. Hungry for a victory in a must game. And Johnson, with a gain of 14 yards, gets a first down. That may be the guttiest call Bruce Arians has had to make all year.
So we've heard this talked about, right? Playing to, as Herm Edwards, playing to win the game. Not playing not to lose it, but playing to win the game. And right there, that's a tremendous amount of confidence in these guys right here, that offensive line. Take a look at this offensive line, getting a great push, especially Gresham sealing off Ricky Jean-Francois. And the patience of David Johnson, plus the burst through the hole, is the big payoff.
Ellington is the lone running back now on 1st and 10, and the quick goes out now to Floyd. And Floyd defended out there by Breland, making the tackle.
Brought down by Deshaun Breland.
Nice job of Floyd staying in bounds, too. I mean, this is what they talk about, accountability, winning the game in the 4th quarter, winning your individual matchups, making a play when the play needs to be made, then trusting your team. That man right there, Bruce Arians, trusting his guys on a 4th and 1 to keep that clock grinding.
David Johnson with 174 total yards. 2:17 to go. 2nd down and 5. Palmer is going up top and throwing it away, really. Fells, the tight end, was the closest. But he was throwing it away without question. And will bring up 3rd down and 5.
A little greedy, in my opinion. 2nd and 5. Force a 2-minute warning. Keep that clock running. They go for the shot right there, but good discipline by the Redskins defense of not falling for any type of play action.
They've done well on 3rd downs. 10 of 16. David Johnson lined up as a receiver. A.J. Nelson is in there as well. Palmer. And incomplete. Fitzgerald claiming he was hit and will get the call. Fitzgerald claiming he was interfered with by Josh Norman. And there's Norman's reaction.
Well, they were fighting. Both of them were fighting.
Holding, number 24, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It wasn't interference because both of them were hand fighting. Take a look at it right here. And this is star versus star. Now watch the strength of Larry Fitzgerald. Good jam up front. If he did not have that right hand on the shoulder, I think he would have got away with it at the line of scrimmage. But to me, I'm agreeing with Josh Norman on that one. I love both guys. I got no horse in this race. But both of them are going to get contact like they both had contact. And you should let them both play, and the better man will win off that fight.
First down, Cardinals on the Redskins 42. David Johnson, and terrific play by Mason Foster Number 54 grabbing a hold of Johnson. No gain. And a timeout.
Charge timeout.
Called by the Redskins. So each team has 2 timeouts remaining. And the 2-minute warning coming up in a jiff. 2:03. The game clock is adjusted.
Thank you.
Well, that's a tough call. I mean, because you watch, and Johnson was using his hands too.
Either way.
Yeah, I mean, they both were fighting. I think where he got in trouble, right off of the release, his right hand went on top of the shoulder of Fitzgerald, and that's something that the official might have seen from that angle. But when you're in tight quarters like that, I get it. But, man, let them play. Let the stars go at it. Man. But here it is. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And I understand it, and I understand his frustration, and I can understand why they make the call. Right? Watch this right hand. See that right hand right there? That's the hole. So I get the hole, and I can see that. But if it was interference, I would have a problem with that. But if he did not have that right hand up top, I can see why they called that hole after looking at it again. But they're doing battle.
I think he impeded him, now that I see it again.
Yeah.
2:03. Timeout called by the Redskins. 2nd down and 10 on the 42. And a play action. And here is Palmer going deep. And Palmer's pass is going to be caught for the touchdown. J.J. Nelson. He went for all the marbles on that one, did Carson Palmer. And in traffic, Nelson made a great play.
A great throw, too, Dick. It's either his guy or no guy was going to catch the ball. J.J. Nelson's had drops. He's come up with a big play. Tough catch. Could seal the deal for the Cardinals.
42-yard touchdown strike. Carson Palmer said, let me go for it now. And a great catch made by Nelson with a bunch of white jerseys all around him.
Still have an 8-point game.
Touchdown is under further review.
First of all, Carson Palmer.
They review it. Let's see.
Makes the throw where his guy or no guy gets it, and that's a clean catch.
Clean catch.
By J.J. Nelson. Now you go up 8 if you convert the field goal. So the Redskins still have a shot to drive down, and Kirk Cousins is certainly capable of doing that. But, of course, they would need to convert the 2-point play to take it into OT.
Iheanacho and Dunbar.
You gotta try this.
Abracadabra. Alakazam. Hocus pocus. It's not working.
Okay, Google, what's the magic word? The magic word is please.
Please.
Three touchdown passes today for Carson Palmer. He's thrown for 303 yards. Looking at the play, and from our standpoint, it looked like a clean catch all the way by J.J. Nelson. I don't see anything near the ground, and I don't see anything but possession.
So you're in 3 deep coverage. That's what the Redskins were in. And the rule on 3 deep coverage is deep is the deepest.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Nacho was late to get out of his back pedal because Dunbar was opened up to the outside. See, now watch. Take a look. See, he's opened up to the outside, so he's going to have a clean release because he's thinking Nacho's there. He's slow in his back pedal, and because he's slow, J.J. Nelson gets behind the help coverage coming from inside, and a rule for 3 deep. Deep is the deepest. If not, you'll pay a heavy price, and they did.
And they had waving arms in front of him, too, and he made the catch. Good concentration. And here's Catanzaro with the extra point. It's good. And with a minute and 56 seconds remaining,
try is good.
Cousins has to go to work. His team is trailing by 8.
My business is built with passion, but I keep it growing by making every dollar count. That's why I have the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. With it, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all of my purchasing. And that unlimited 2% cash back from Spark means thousands of dollars each year going back into my business, which adds fuel to my bottom line. What's in your wallet?
P is for privileges. O is for ordinarily I wouldn't. L is for layers of luxury. A is for all the way back. R is for read my mind. And I can't see a thing. S, see you in the morning. Polaris from United.
Alexa, ask Uber for a ride.
Alexa, pause. Alexa, resume.
Alexa, ask 1-800-Flowers to order Tina Roses.
Okay.
Your stuff is on fire.
Somebody call the fire department.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Your stuff is on fire.
Someone better call the fire department.
More people save by combining their home and auto with State Farm to help life go right.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by State Farm, here to help life go right.
Back here in Arizona, the Redskins waiting to kick off. The Cardinals leading by 8 thanks to Carson Palmer's touchdown pass to J.J. Nelson. That's Chris Thompson, who's back there to return the kick along with Maurice Harris.
So the number one attribute for a quarterback in the fourth quarter, you have the ball in your hands, 1:56 to go. Can you win the game or tie the game? If you're up for contract and you want big money, right there, Mr. Cousins, this is your time to shine and your opportunity.
I've heard that before.
That's how they judge them. That's how you're judged.
Well, my good friend Ernie, of course, he used to say when he wanted Eli Manning on his team, I want a quarterback who can take you down to tie or win the game at the end, and that's what Kirk Cousins is facing right now. 2 timeouts left for the Redskins. Let's take a step back and see what we've had in this game. Cardinals led at the half 10-6. There have been 4 lead changes since. Larry Fitzgerald continues to climb, 3rd on the all-time receiving list. And how about David Johnson today? 12th straight game with 100 or more scrimmage yards and a sensational game. Here's the timeout story as the Redskins will start from the 25.
And this is a chance for the number one defense to make a play in a timely manner in the fourth quarter. Not just being number one statistically, make a play.
Against a good offense. Garcon with a short gain on first down. Golden was right there.
Nice job of coming off the pass rush by Marcus Golden, 44. Recognizing quick screen and making a tackle for a 3-yard gain.
Hurry up offense. 2nd down and 7. Pick up a 3 on that play. Cousins gets hit as he throws. Up for grabs and incomplete. Crowder. And it was Calais Campbell who put the pressure on and actually made contact legally with Cousins. And a flag is down.
Roughing the passer, number 93 defense. Contact to the quarterback's head. 15-yard penalty, first down.
He came in strong. Flag came late.
Watch Calais Campbell, who's just a beast inside. Pass situation, working one-on-one against Sheriff.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised that flag didn't come down sooner. So they'll mark it off. Crowd displeased with that call. Arizona Cardinals leading 31-23. Welcome our viewers. Redskins down by 8. 2 timeouts left. We just had a roughing the passer call. And once again, the Cardinals put pressure on Kirk Cousins, and he has to throw the ball away. It was Alex Okafor that time.
It's a beautiful job of running a game, and a game with a defensive lineman is you start one way, then you crisscross between Chandler Jones and Alex Okafor. That's well done.
We have had 4 lead changes in the second half. Back and forth we've gone. Tremendous seesaw game. Biggest lead is right now, 8 points. Arizona, this is a must game. They lose this, forget about it. They have to win this one. Redskins trying to protect the number 6 playoff spot that they have right now. 2nd and 10, and Cousins pass, and a flag goes down, and Ryan Grant goes up to make the catch. He'd be shy of the first down, but the penalty is thrown.
I think we're going to get Tony Jefferson right here working on Garcon.
The silence is deafening as we wait the call.
So here's what you need to do if you're the Cardinals. You got to make sure everything's in front of you. They're pressing one guy at the line of scrimmage.
Call will be against the Cardinals.
But you have to keep everything in front of you. Remember, you're not playing to stop a field goal. You're playing to stop a touchdown. Nothing over the top. Keep everything in front of you. Then as you progress down and you get to about the 30, 35-yard lines, then you can start bringing your pressures.
Illegal hands to the face, number 21, defense. It's 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That was Patrick Peterson. Crowd with the boos echoing here.
Right there, just a quick shot into Garcon's face.
Want to welcome our new viewers to the Seesaw Affair. Playoff implications. Cardinals come within 1 game of the Redskins, who have the last playoff berth right now with a win, trying to hold on with an 8-point lead. 1st and 10, and here is Cousins' pass, and it's caught by Vernon Davis, the tight end, who has to shoulder that role with Jordan Reed, their starter, out of there today. And Patrick Peterson with a tackle, gain of 18.
Well, we know that Vernon Davis has wide receiver skill, working one-on-one out in a quick slant, skinny post.
Under a minute to go. Good protection again, and a reception once again to Davis, who goes out of bounds to stop the clock at 52 seconds. Cardinals scored the first touchdown, led at the half by 4. We have had 4 lead changes since. Larry Fitzgerald, now 3rd on the all-time receiving list. Fitzgerald today has caught 10 passes. And David Johnson, once again, tremendous all-purpose back for Arizona. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Dick Stockton for Spielman, Christina Pink. Here comes the pressure on Cousins, and he has to throw the ball away, and it was DJ Swearinger with the safety blitz coming in on Cousins.
So Bruce Arians was aggressive on offense, going for it on 4th and 1, throwing a play-action bomb. Guess what? Betchers is the same way on defense. As Swearinger shows late. It comes free off the corners, and Secchi is late and does not see him, allowing a clear shot on Kirk Cousins, forcing him to throw the ball before he wanted to.
3rd down and 4.
Here comes pressure.
Redskins need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie.
They do have 1 safety deep for anything over the top. Right there. Oh, he's coming up.
Here he comes again. And this pass is going to be picked off by Peterson. Patrick Peterson with the interception. And it was Swearingen again on a similar play, coming in strong on Cousins. And the Cardinals, who said that this was a must game without question, going to hold on, it looks like.
First down, Arizona.
Well, they came back to it, Dick. It's beautiful. Swearinger comes from the top, Tyvon Branch was over the top, helping out Patrick Peterson. And Jamison Crowder was laid off the line of scrimmage. He was not ready for that ball. Patrick Peterson had vision on Cousins, and was because he could play underneath because he had help with Branch over the top. And we'll see if he gets his hands. Absolutely an interception, a great play by a great player.
So 2 turnovers today, both executed by the Cardinals. One that ultimately resulted in a touchdown, and this one to seal a game with 41 seconds to go. But I'll tell you, Bruce Arians with the big gamble on 4th and 1 on his own 34, going for it and getting the first down. Preceding the big touchdown pass from Palmer to J.J. Nelson, 42 yards to set up the 8-point lead.
And how about the aggressive play calling, both offensively and defensively? They ran Swearinger on a blitz the second time in a row. You may ask why? Because they didn't block it the first time. So run it again, and they did, and it paid off big.
Cardinals told us the other day all they want to need to get is one win. And he thinks they can turn it around with one victory. They're going to need more. But they live for another day with the win today over the Washington Redskins, 31-23. So the Cardinals go to 5-6-1, and they will pass the Eagles and the Saints in the wild card race. The Redskins drop to 6-5-1. We'll be back here in Arizona with more after these messages.